Okay, well, let me see if it works. I think it will actually. Hi there, Mark Verheer here with a widescreen gaming video. Yeah, I've hooked up 3 monitors, and I just wanted to share my experience with 3 monitor gaming. Of course, with VR and 3D, you know, everything has surpassed that. But this really is a very nice way to play, especially racing games if you have the setup. I'm using one of these NVIDIA graphics cards that has in the driver an option that allows you to have the screen over the 3, the image over the 3 screens. Actually treat the screens as just one big giant gaming screen. And this game is an old game, and it actually supports it pretty well. But you'll see that there are some masking errors, masking issues. I believe there's actually a lot of stuff happening out off the screen that's actually rendered, but in a 4:3 or a 16:9 resolution screen, it will not actually be visible. But yeah, let's do the grid world. No, let's do the race day. Just to show you the perspective. And now you can actually see that the road on one end, on the right, where the lettering actually went, where the text actually went, it stops because it's no need for it to be there. Now this game, for such an old game, I believe it actually stems from the original Xbox era. Whoa! Actually, it's quite a good game. It looks great, and of course I suck actually recording this with open broadcasting software, and actually trying to play this on 3 screens at the same time actually shows you. Oh, is that an option? Actually shows you that I'm reaching the limits of the capabilities of my PC. But as you can see, you really get a very nice peripheral view. I think with the squashed down screen, it's very hard to share how this actually looks. But you really have a sense of being in a car. Actually, it's very nice. Oh my God! Whoops. So, yeah, nothing to worry about. Man, I'm just stuck here. Yeah, I'm just stuck on these tires. So, can I? I'm just gonna restart the race. Okay, let's see if I can keep up now this time. I just think this is one of the most awesome looking racing games. It really plays very nice. It's very arcadey. It's actually quite surprising how quite a few of the older titles actually support the widescreen resolution. And yeah, basically there shouldn't be anything actually stopping a game from supporting this. But yeah, often the textures and the way the scenes are laid out, that is not supported. But a surprising number of games do support this ultra widescreen gaming, and quite a few other games that you would think support it don't. You know, I was pretty gutted that the original Skyrim actually isn't supported for this ultra wide screen gaming. And yeah, I mean, I got 3 monitors pretty cheap, only 25 euros or 35 euros each, and actually each of them came with a Core i3 system, a Dell desktop system with integrated graphics. But yeah, I've actually been using those as one is a Linux box, one is a backup work PC, and there's one is an Android box. So yeah, I'm putting those to good use, and yeah, luckily my graphics card actually supports 3 monitors going out of it. HDMI, VGA, and DisplayPort. And the DisplayPort I'm using an adapter on that turns it into VGA or HDMI or something. So yeah, the monitors that I'm using that you can't see are 3 I believe 22-inch Dell monitors with quite a nice response time, so pretty good for gaming. And yeah, it's either gaming on my large gaming room PC or screen TV, or play this 3-screen setup in my study. And having 3 screens is actually quite amazing for your productivity. Editing videos and stuff is actually quite good. Browsing, having content on one screen. Oops, there's a bit of my car that I happened to just crash into again. So yeah, pretty solid experience, and I'm actually quite happy that I got this. Actually, the system that I'm running this on is a Core i5. It's a Dell. Optifine, or what is it? Optifine, or yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. It's a very nice bright red, lacquered red computer. But the power supply is not that big. And I put an NVIDIA 950 GTX in it, and it just didn't wanna work with it. So I changed the power supply on it, and it still didn't want to work. Well, it did want to work, but the cooling of even despite the fact that the system case is actually quite cooled sufficiently, it just didn't want to work. So there was another card that I had, NVIDIA 750, I believe, GT or GTX, and that also ran very hot in the system. So what's in here is actually a GeForce NVIDIA GTX 640. So not the best card in the world, but it's good for older games. Besides, I'm not very keen on playing the most modern games on my study PC. I mean, it's basically the PC that I do video editing on and word processing, and but yeah, it's the only system that actually will support 3 monitors, or so I thought, because I also have another older system that actually houses the 750 now, and then NVIDIA 750. It's a Core 2 Duo system running at 2.4 gigahertz or something like that. So it's not the fastest computer, but the graphics card helps it a lot. And I actually installed SteamOS on it, which is a Linux-based version of Steam, running on Debian. And I really like that distribution, so I opted to install through Wine. I opted to install the. Let me see if I can see a bit of my card. Yeah, that was my card. I opted to install the Windows version of Steam as well. You can easily install that on multiple PCs, and you have to trust the PC and stuff. So because the Steam Linux library is quite small compared to the Windows library, it's actually possible to run quite a few Windows games. Some do function. Some of the titles are surprisingly good, but often those titles are DirectX 8 or 9 titles, not the newest games. But yeah, performance is pretty good, and it's actually quite nice to have a system. I may actually do a video on my Linux gaming rig, my my SteamOS gaming rig. Please let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video on that. Then I will. and it also is a setup for 3-screen gaming, but the Linux drivers don't support that surround 3D gaming screen, so most of the time I'm just gaming on one screen or having the multiple screens. But yeah, and I've been adding all sorts of download sources for binaries to Debian. So I'm actually I'm running a pretty nice desktop on it, and the desktop that they use is I think it's an XFE small lightweight version of a Windows Windows manager. So most of the resources are left to the games, which is good. But I like it. It's very clean. You get to use the command line, and it's easy to find games and applications and stuff. So I've loaded it with emulators, and basically it's just a very cool gaming system on Linux. So I may actually do a video on it if enough people think it's a good idea. Just let me know below. And yeah, I'm just gonna check out the replay. It may actually be that this video, I mean, I tried to record this video, but it may actually be that it just failed yet again. But I just love this. I mean, these scenes, I mean, yeah, you'd have to see those blown up. Oh, you could actually see that some of the scenes, the road isn't rendered all the way out. Most of the scenes are okay. But the perspective is great. I mean, you can actually see the whole, the whole width of the road, and have a bit of, oh, that car really, yeah, that's the bottom part of the grill that is, the bumper that is missing. Look at that. Yeah, I still think it's a wonderfully looking game, and I think the reason why it still looks so good is actually something that I wasn't so keen on back in the day. They used bloom, which is this oversaturated, light, dispersing, fuzzy-wuzzy look. I'm not sure how to further explain it, but that just makes everything a lot softer. Even the textures and stuff. So yeah, you can see that the water is actually pretty primitive, and a lot of the models are actually pretty primitive. But just because, wow, that is cool. Just because the lighting is so good in this game. Look at that. It just looks pretty good still. So yeah, I'm quite a fan of this Grid series of racing games, and yeah. Well, Mark signing off, and I'll be back with another video soon. Let me see if I can just stop it. Yeah. Bye!